with work on sort of a national level with climate technology businesses. Dominion was our founding corporate sponsor, and they've been very heavily involved ever since. That's how we were started in 2009 as sort of the first climate tech incubator in Virginia, and really one of the first in the country. So we work with startups in Silicon Valley, we work with startups in Florida, we work with startups in Massachusetts. We love it when we find climate tech startups in Virginia because we want to work with them from the idea phase all the way to commercialization. But we have this sort of broad remit because we have the ability to point someone at Dominion. And Dominion works in more than a dozen states. We can also point someone at the Department of Energy for funding. So we have the ability to kind of help these companies no matter where they come from. The other sort of new programming that we've expanded into is our Accelerator program, so DEIC Accelerate. That came out of a conversation that I had with Dominion about 3 years ago, where they said, one of the things that's hard for us as a very large infrastructure company is going and finding these smaller, newer companies and bringing them in to work with us. So we created the Accelerate program specifically to go out, find these startups where the utility is the perfect end customer and kind of bring them into Dominion in a really structured way.
So with our work with Hanover County and in the town of Ashland, we do a number of different workshops. This past fall, we launched a workshop series called AgX that was specifically focused on helping farmers and producers as well as value-added producers, salsas, ice creams, jams, canned foods, but as well as farmers, cattle farmers, and beef producers, look at their business plan, develop a business plan, understand where they wanted to grow. We did it in partnership with SCORE Richmond, which is a fantastic organization for anyone looking for additional business mentoring resources. We also host our business competition called the Center Street Business Competition, and we have 3 tracks traditionally in that pitch competition. One track is for clean energy and climate tech businesses, which focus predominantly in the green energy space based on our partnership with Dominion Energy. RVA Metro track, so we specifically wanted to support the ag entrepreneurs here in the Richmond area. And then we also have a student track that we work with Randolph-Macon on, and that's supporting their student entrepreneurs. So that's been great working with Don Treese Brown and the Edge Center for Career Development there at the university. Linebird is one of our big success stories. It really shows the progression of going from idea stage support with a little bit of funding through our business competitions through an accelerator program that is all about customer discovery and all about business development with the utility themselves, to then needing that space to actually perform on the contracts that they've received.
So the pitch competition was the first major validation we had that we were onto something and that we could, keep this going. We are reimagining live line access to make overhead power lines, distribution and transmission lines more accessible. Instead of having to send manned crews up in helicopters and bucket trucks and climbing towers to work on live power lines in dangerous situations, you can actually fit the same tools on a drone using our products to accomplish that same work faster, cheaper, safer, easier. We, for a long time, were looking for a place where we could actually do hands-on work. There's a lot of co-working spaces out there that are mostly geared towards software companies, and I would ask them if it would be okay if I did some soldering work or cutting fiberglass, things like that, and it was basically like, you're gonna disturb the coders if you do that. The money was going to be good, but the thing I really asked for during the pitch was more time with the folks in that room from Dominion Energy to help us work this out and develop something that was going to be valuable for the utility industry. And that proved to be the biggest win of all from that day.
That's really where the public-private partnership between Dominion Energy, Hanover County, and the town of Ashland come together, is when we start being able to look at what the new economy and what the knowledge economy within the region looks like, and we want to be that specific hub for climate tech and green energy, and what is it that a county and a town and a utility look at and support. Everything relies on electricity. And the more that we electrify our cars and our school buses and just our general daily habits, the more we're going to need innovators to be able to not only build that change and create that change, but also to service it and to understand it and really embrace it and market it.